Growing up, I was born and raised in the Kansas City, Missouri area. There was a period of time when I was probably about 6 months old that my parents decided to move to Oregon, and we lived in a little town called Timber, Oregon. It was about halfway between Portland and the ocean. And I remember that very well. I was very fond and have a lot of great memories of the mountains and the woods in Oregon and the beaches. Beautiful, beautiful place. My entire family has chosen to move out there over the last couple decades. I stayed behind in Kansas City. It's where I was born and raised. It's where my kids are being born and raised. But I visit out there quite a bit. I'm very, very disturbed by the Second Amendment persecution that is taking place in Oregon, Washington, and California. My mom and one of my siblings lives on the Washington side, and my other brother lives on the Oregon side of the Columbia River. So it is disturbing to see what is taking place. Thank goodness many counties have declared themselves to be Second Amendment sanctuaries. So will this stand? Well, according to a state judge in the state of Oregon, it will stand. Recently, an Oregon County judge dismissed a case challenging these Second Amendment sanctuaries, specifically in Columbia County. He completely dismissed the case, saying that it is unconstitutional to not let themselves declare themselves to be Second Amendment sanctuaries, that they have the right to not let the state and the federal government infringe on their Second Amendment rights. I'm glad to hear it. I'm going to encourage my siblings to maybe consider moving to some of these counties, because my older brother in Washington, he's having all sorts of problems in his county. I remember going out in his backyard and we were shooting guns. He has a farm out there, a horse farm, and 4 hours later, the police are knocking on the door, wondering why we're out shooting guns. It's terrible. I've been out shooting guns in Missouri my whole life. I've never had the police show up. Of course, they didn't do anything. They essentially told us to keep it down. I mean, again, we're on 30 acres in the middle of a horse farm, and everybody else has this. So I don't know what he's thinking we're disturbing, but you could just get a general feel when you're there. They're not fans of guns in those counties. And so I'm glad to hear that a state judge recognizes the sovereignty of counties to declare themselves Second Amendment sanctuaries, saying that we are not going to let the state or the federal government infringe on our U.S. constitutional right to keep and bear arms. It's a beautiful thing to see. I'm sure this is going to continue down a path. I'm sure those in Columbia County still want them to get rid of the Second Amendment sanctuary, and I hope they do appeal it, because I'm ready to hear a federal judge say the same thing. So love to hear your thoughts on all this. If you live in a Second Amendment sanctuary county anywhere in the country, I'd love to hear what's going on in your county. How's it being upheld? That kind of thing. Put those in the comments below. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. If you feel called to support this channel through Patreon, that link is also below. But the most important part of this channel, we take prayer requests. So please don't ever hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.